Yep.
Great. Good morning. We are live, and I'm going to pull this up on my phone real quick. There we are. Come on.
I guess our sounds work.
There it is. Is it?
Yeah.
You sure? No, I'm paranoid. I'm pretty sure I checked it up there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Awesome. Okay. Yes, we're on.
Winner.
So good morning and welcome back to another WCN Live here in the Wilson County News offices. My name is Kristen Weaver, Director of Operations.
I'm Brandy Hawkins, Customer Service Representative.
And we have today
Catherine Ortiz with Firstmark Credit Union.
And I am Brooke Busch, and I am from Floresville South Elementary.
Great to have both of you today. We are excited about this conversation. First, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Price Way, which includes the dealerships Price, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep, and Richardson Brothers Chevrolet here in Floresville. Their dealerships are located next to each other on 181 here in Floresville, and you can shop all makes and models, as well as for a huge service department where they can help you with all of your issues on your vehicles, as well as careers. So give them a shout out, and they are tagged in the description of this video today, and show them some love. Thank you, Priceway, for being our sponsor today. Next, we are going to, let's talk about our comment contest. So on every video, we welcome you to say hi, post a comment of some sort, give a thumbs up, ask questions as well, and we will be going over those comments during our interview. So, but the point is, put your comment in there, and that will get you into the drawing for next week's drawing that we draw on WCN Live. So right now we have our comments from last week, and we are asking you to draw us a winner, please.
All right, a big lot of pressure on me. I don't know. Let's go with this little guy. All right. Hopefully I can read it.
That's exactly what I thought.
Ooh,
last
it
night.
looks like a fortune cookie. Leah Marie Bellitz.
Oh yeah,
Right.
great! Congratulations, Leah. You are the winner of a C Street gift shop gift basket that we have set up for you here, and Brandy will be reaching out to our winner on Facebook Messenger. So exciting, and congratulations. All right, so let's get into this interview. Today we are talking about shining a spotlight on education here in Wilson County, and we're able to do that through a special contest that we're going to be talking about. So introduce yourself. We have Catherine and Brooke. Catherine, let's start with you. Tell us a little about yourself, where you're from and where you work.
Okay. So again, my name is Catherine Ortiz. I'm with Firstmark Credit Union, our newest location here in Lavernia. Well, I'm here in Floresville, but in Wilson County.
Yeah.
So this new contest that we started, we partnered with Wilson County News, and what we are doing is every quarter we are asking for viewers and writers to go online or write in and nominate a deserving educator. Nominate your favorite educator and let us know why you think that they deserve to be honored. The honor is a recognition, plaque, and also a $500 gift card. So we started this last quarter.
Right.
Last quarter we kicked it off in October. I was here that last time we
That's
got
right.
to talk about it. And we had a few write-ins, and it was amazing to go over all of those write-ins.
Yes.
Teachers out here do they give a part of themselves every day. I have 3 children in the school system right now. I know how hard it is for me at home with my children. So to know that you put in all these hours, and then to be recognized, for a parent to take a moment out of their day and to write in about how you made a difference in their child's life. Is such a huge honor just to be nominated. And then after reading, my eyes are getting all watery. I know. And after reading the majority of them, it was such a hard decision to pick the winner. And the winner stood out this time, though. It was amazing too. And I don't know, are we going to be able to go over?
Yeah, we will. But you know what? Let's talk a little bit about Firstmark and give some information to our viewers again about, because you are still very new in the Lavernia community in Wilson County. But why is it that Firstmark does this?
So Firstmark Credit Union began as San Antonio Teachers Credit Union over 90 years ago. So we were founded as a teachers credit union. we changed our name to Firstmark. And in doing so, we have been able to open up membership to more than just teachers. And it doesn't just have to be teachers, educators, and their family.
Right.
Anyone that lives, resides, works, worships in Wilson County, Bexar County can become a member. In doing so, our membership, we have a checking account, and this is our Power of the Dollar checking account. Power of the Dollar. That checking account has a $1 monthly fee. But that power of that $1 has been giving back to educators since we've established this account. So that one fee, that $1 a month, is collected overall, and we issue grants to educators all over Wilson County, Bexar County, and it's been awesome. Now we're in Guadalupe, and it's just been great to see how our membership has come together and been able to give back. And now, you know, with Wilson being here in Wilson County, we're able to offer this Educator of the Quarter because these grants that are offered are yearly, and now we're able to offer a quarterly gift to the teachers. And it's all because of our members. Our members choose to, you know, have that one checking account, and it's their give back. But that's what we do. So we're here in Wilson County now, trying to see where we can make a difference, how we can help the educators out here. And it's been great to be able to, like, I just recently met with the Floresville Education Foundation.
Great.
And partnering with them to see how we can help Floresville too. And, you know, meeting with Lavernia's foundation as well. It's been great to be here in Wilson County and starting to see the difference we're going to make here.
Yeah, and you'll be
With our
working
members.
and you'll also be working with Stockdale ISD.
Yes, Stockdale
and
ISD,
then
yes.
probably
I have a
Poth as
meeting with
well.
them as well, yes.
Absolutely. Well, that is really exciting, and there's so many benefits to a credit union versus bank, like you were explaining earlier. If you want to
Right.
go into that a little bit.
Yes, so differences between credit union and banks. Credit unions are member owned. Every credit union has a focus. Like, for instance, you know, Randolph Brooks are military focused. They were originally established for military and then open to family. We began as San Antonio Teachers Credit Union, so we're a teachers credit union focused on giving back to education and teachers. So that's our focus. Now, the credit union are all member owned versus a bank is not. It's executive owned. So a credit union is nonprofit. We're able to give back to our membership. So with our members collecting that $1 fee, we're able to find ways to give it back to our membership. So our teachers are deserving members of it.
That's
There
very
are
exciting.
unsung heroes out there.
Yes.
So they should be honored every day for what they do.
Fantastic. And Firstmark is located in Lavernia. What street?
Right next to Domino's.
Okay.
I always say that because Domino's
Everybody
just
knows where
opened.
Domino's
Okay.
Everyone goes to get pizza on the weekend.
Okay.
So I always say right next to Domino's or across from the primary. We're right across from the primary.
Gotcha.
Off of 1346.
Yes,
Okay.
1346.
Great. It's a nice area.
So come by and see us if you would like to get a checking account and start giving back to education. We are definitely finding ways to put that donation to use.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, so we're going to, I think, start into this, but what was it like to determine the winner of our
A lot of
first
tears.
quarter?
Maybe
Yeah.
I'm a little more passionate about teachers. Because when I was reading them, and it took me back. So everyone has a teacher they remember, right? We all might have one. And mine was my 4th grade teacher, Mrs. Parks. I know her name. I know who she is. And it's because she made everything come to life. That year, everything we learned in history, we set up teepees in our classroom, and you know, like those things matter. We set up a little city, and I was the post office, and everything about that teacher stands out to me, right? So in reading these nominations and getting to see how these parents are seeing their children changed, or it's making an impact in their children. So of course, my parents were teachers. My dad was a principal. So knowing that, coming from that background, knowing what they did and what they put in, it was emotional, of course. But Mrs. Busch stood out. So in her nomination, the parent had wrote in about how much her child appreciated her passion in history and literature. And, you know, I'm also very passionate about having my children read because, you know, turning the pages, touching a book, the smell of a book, education, the knowledge that comes from it is still important. And knowing that she was bringing these books to life, the history lessons, and then the wild robot
Oh my
parade
gosh, yes.
that was mentioned.
I just played the trailer. They're making a movie for it. I just played the trailer for my class this morning. I was like, you guys, look. It was awesome.
And it was impactful. It was so impactful. It stood out to the parent and the student so much that the student wanted her for the following year and was great. It was able to because she had moved up up a grade in her classes, so she was able to have them again. And knowing that there are still teachers out there that are, helping this education come to life for students, helping create that passion, like enjoying to read, not only at school because they have to, but choosing to read at home because it's fun. That it makes a difference, because it's not just in this grade. Like I said, I will always remember Miss Parks for what she did for me. And I love to read. I love the smell of a book. I love so knowing that you're doing that for those children is an amazing feat, because it's a lot you're putting into them. Look at me, all emotional.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna get
That's
me
amazing.
going. What is?
But it was difficult, but this is how she really stood out, bringing education to life for her students.
That's really nice.
So
Oh, so Brooke, now on to you.
Don't cry.
Oh my gosh, stop, ladies. Okay, we're
tell
makeup
us-
today, guys. Come on. All right, keep it together. Here we go.
So, tell us what school you're at and what you teach.
Okay, so right now I'm at Floresville South, and this is my second year at Floresville South. I love Floresville South. I love that school.
Floresville South Elementary.
Yes, the elementary school.
Got it.
So I taught fourth grade. Last year I taught English and social studies, and this year I got to loop up with that grade level. So I got to go from fourth to fifth with the the same class,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I mean I didn't
That's
really have
special when you
every
do
kid
that.
in it again, but majority. So it's made this year
That's so
just
nice.
like wonderful and super emotional, because like I was saying, I was playing that book, that one book that we started last year kind of united like my classroom in like a real major way. And then we read two. We read The Wild Robot, then The Wild Robot Escapes right after it, because the kids would not let it go. So we had the whole year, and then we all, like the kids were like, how about if we dress up for the character parade? What if we all do this? Like it was so like student-led and student-centric, and I loved everything about it. Because I'm a huge reader. Like I've been a reader forever. Sweet Valley High books, Babysitter's Club, R.L. Stein, Christopher Pike. I mean, I would sneak into my mom's room and grab her Stephen King books because she kept them in like a special place. Like I was a reader. And so now in the days of technology and stuff, I really want kids to like get back to like the satisfaction of finishing a book and closing it and putting it down.
And having
The
it
feeling of accomplishment that goes along with that is
Or the
just.
trophies, the books that sit on your bookcase.
Oh gosh, I know. That's what I did. I have them all. And, I go down to the Dollar Tree. They sell them all for $1. Great hardcover books, and I'll just buy them all up, and I'll leave them there. And then come spring break, I know I have like 4 or 5 sitting there waiting for me, so I don't have to think about it. But yeah, I was like. That book really brought us together. And then now this year we looped, and so just today they brought a trailer out for the movie.
And what book is this?
The Wild Robot by Peter Brown, and it's a big hit. But DreamWorks just made it into a movie. It's coming out this September, and so I showed the trailer today, and I was bawling. My kids were like, "Oh, I'm like, you guys are just growing up. You're gonna be gone soon. Like, oh my gosh, you're going to middle school." Like it was
That is
ridiculous.
sad.
But yes,
That's gonna be
it's
tough for
really
you.
impressive to see like how one book can really bring everybody together. So
Amazing.
it was really cool.
Wow. Well, tell us about that moment.
It was so ridiculous.
When you
I was not looking at those pictures.
You did not know this was coming.
No, I had like no idea that
Total
this was even a
surprise.
thing. I had no idea that this was even a thing. And so I'm teaching, and I look, and like the door opens, and I see the principal, and I'm like, oh, observation. So I like straighten up a little bit. I'm like, okay, I'm ready for this, right? And then I see like a bunch of people in suits. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. And then they came up, and I was shocked, just shocked, because I had no idea this was happening. Right. I mean, and then it turned from shock to just like a sobbing, blubbery mess, because I was so touched that some parent would take their time out of their day to like. Right, people don't really do that anymore.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So to have like a parent of a student that I taught like right into something else to do something nice for me was just, that's what made it so like meaningful to me, was that this wasn't like just an award, like, hey, you got good grades, there you go. This was like
after your class.
correct, right? Like this
was
was a parent out of nowhere that did something really nice, and I'm just so appreciative, especially the timing of it.
Oh yeah.
So they hand me a gift card. That picture, there's one crazy picture. I'm making like this face, and it looks insane. But when they're like, "Oh, Firstmark would like to present you with a gift card," and I thought he said a $50 gift card. card. And I was like, yes. I was so excited. And I was like, $50, guys. And she was like, no. I said, $500. And that was me going, whoa! Like, they took a picture. I was like, what? Because literally, like, just the week before, I pulled up to the gas tank and I put premium into a diesel car, and I realized it just as I was about to turn the key. And so that was just going to be a huge, a lot of money to fix. So, I mean, the timing of it, like, it was so helpful, and it was just so wonderful, so unexpected. And I've never gotten an accolade for teaching before. So it meant so much to me that it came from a parent, like so much. So it was awesome. I was shocked, though. Holy cannoli. That was ridiculous looking. It was. My face is every picture. It's like, like emotion everywhere. So,
Goodness,
but it was wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you so much for that, too.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Thank our members.
Thanks to the members. That's awesome. I'm going to go sign up and get me an account, and then I'm going to go encourage everybody else to, because that's wonderful. Yeah.
That's great. Well, you kind of explored a little. You told us about where you are right now in education, but I know you've taught in other grades.
Yes.
Perhaps.
Okay. So when I first started teaching, it was a couple of years ago. I think I taught. My first ever job was teaching pre-K. I taught pre-K. I know, at St. Stephen's Episcopal School in Wimberley. Actually, I taught for a year there, and then after that is when I said, okay, I think I want to get my alt certification and do that route, because I had been in the military for years prior, and then I was writing grants for the city, for the housing authority. So
quite a background.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I want to try teaching. And then I went to pre-K, and I was like, maybe not pre-K. Not it was literally kindergarten cop. Like, like I needed. I was like, oh my gosh, no. So after that, I did that one. I went over to Runge. I was at Runge for 2 years, and at Runge I taught 6th and 7th grade English, and then I taught 4th, 5th, and 6th grade math. And then I went to a charter school for a little bit, for just half a year, because I was enticed by, wow, look at what they're offering, but for me, it wasn't the right environmental fit. We were talking about this earlier, that I really enjoyed the challenge and the rigor. And I feel like those are the best things that I took out of that experience and brought with me to my current job was the rigor. And so I loved that, but the environment wasn't really for me. And my kids, we're in Floresville. I've been living here for 15 years now. So this is where I wanted to be. I'd applied here so many times and I kept missing the boat. Yeah. And then finally last year, 2 years ago, Miss Garcia had called me up for an interview, and so I was able to get the job, and I'm super happy. And I love 4th grade. I love 5th grade. I actually really like teaching elementary. I didn't think I would. I thought I'd prefer older grades more, but being in 4th and 5th, man, they're so adorable.
They are.
I just love them, man. I love this class too that I have. The class that I have right now is such a dream. It's a dream. They're wonderful. So very happy. And my teaching partner, I mean, she's wonderful. We have a great, the leadership there is wonderful. So it's just been a really solid, good year. So, yeah.
Well, this is wonderful. It's nice to have you, and I can just see why your students do so well with you and where they get that enthusiasm.
We have fun. I'm one of those, I mean, from previously, I used to own Fur Baby, Pet Boutique, that was here in Floresville, and I was very passionate and enthusiastic about that. And I think that's kind of just like how I am in general. But I find that, like, for me, I think that the most important thing that I like to give to my students is a feeling of confidence and learning about the positive mindset, the growth, having a growth mindset. That's the biggest key, I think. It's not your reading levels. It's not any of those things. It's, do you think you can do it? You got to make yourself believe that you can. Because if you think you can, you're capable of anything. Right. So drilling that, I think that is like the most important part to the classroom, is like growing that belief and, that they can, and setting the rigor really, really high. Because when you set it really, really high, even if they come to here, they're still growing way more than if you set it low. So
that's some awesome advice.
Yeah.
Awesome advice.
That's what I like.
Yeah. Well, let's circle back to you, Catherine, and talk about the upcoming deadline for the second quarter.
So yes, we are in 2024's quarter one, and the competition, the nominations are still coming in. Yes. So there's still time. After this interview here, and you're sitting back at home and you're thinking, I know of someone that deserves this opportunity, there's still time. You have until the end of March.
Yeah, and please do it because it meant so much to me. Like it meant so much to me. It was very helpful, the timing of it, everything. And then just that, like knowing like, okay, it's worth it. Because there's times as teachers, you're at the end. Like you're just like, oh, you know? And then that happens and you're like, I know, yes, I'm doing it right, you know? So yeah, please go and fill those out because your teachers will appreciate this. They really will.
And the
like I
great
did.
news is these nominations, they last all year.
Right.
So they're not just going to be tossed at the end of this quarter. We hold on to all nominations throughout the year and review them for every quarter. So, you know, you can nominate as many times as you'd like, as many teachers as you'd like. But you have until the 31st for this quarter, and then a new winner will be selected and awarded the following month. And we continue, and we keep honoring teachers the best we can.
That's right. So you can go online to wilsoncountynews.com/edu directly and fill out the form there. You can also fill out the form, it's very simple, in the newspaper. So you can find that actually in this week's newspaper. Both newspapers, Wilson County News and Lavernia News, and just fill that out and mail it in to us. So the instructions are there, but yeah, it's as simple as that. And Brandy, do we have any comments that you want to go over?
We do. Let me
Questions?
scroll back this way.
That's a shout.
Elaine Collodi said, fantastic idea, right when we first started talking about the program.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And Norma Lejas Hinojosa says, way to go, Firstmark Credit Union. Teacher appreciation is so needed, which I agree. Melody Palanzek, thanks, this is wonderful. Lots of good mornings. Adriana Lopez Ibarra, that is Mrs. Busch bringing everything to life for the kids. We love her.
So sweet.
And then again, lots of good mornings. When we're talking about crying, Sherry Manti
Good
said
book.
nothing like a good cry with friends.
Yeah.
Which is true.
Yes.
And then Adriana Lopez Ibarra, again, she definitely deserved this and so much more. Lots of good mornings again. Elaine says it's easy to see that Miss Cranshaw's enthusiasm is contagious.
It's a little too loud sometimes, though. I mean, I try. I just can't help it. This voice just carries. I get excited, but I definitely have a love of writing and reading. We have an after-school club that we do called the Hype Writers. So we stay every Friday, and it's a little group of us. There's like 30-something kids in it now, 35. I think after school's on Fridays, and we sit and write. And Missy Barr actually helps out with her son is in our group, but we do we have a wonderful time. So the kids are always writing. So because there's obviously go together, but yeah, we have a writing club on Fridays, and that me and Miss Draper head, and I just love it so much. Oh, she's the best.
Yeah, she's great.
And y'all were talking earlier, reminded me of the Book It program that Pizza Hut used to do.
Yes. Yeah.
And that was some of the only times I ever got pizzas was because I won the Book It pizza.
Well, you know what's really
Got to go
cool
to a
is that
party.
Floresville South just got, and I believe this is from the Education Foundation grant. I think the school librarians had applied for an Education Foundation grant to bring in a book vending machine into our schools. And so we get these tokens every month. We get 2 tokens, and we get to give them out to the kids. And that has been an awesome incentive. And the kids are so excited about reading. They'll go there. Oh, the book I want is behind that one. I'm like, okay, well, you gotta wait. Like, I don't know what to tell you, but you gotta wait. And they'll go every day and check. So it's cool to see them getting so excited
cool.
about reading again, the way it used to be. Yeah.
Awesome. Great. So that's a reminder once again that as we wrap up this conversation, we want to remind you that you can go and nominate for your favorite educator at wilsoncountynews.com/edu. And also look for that coupon that runs in the newspapers, and you can send that in either way, whatever your preference is. And tell us, Catherine, where can we go to learn more about Firstmark?
You can go online, firstmarkcu.org, and then you could always stop by and see us.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm there almost all the time. If I'm not here, I'm probably there.
Yeah.
But stop by and see us if you have any questions.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing too, if you're watching and you are already a member, one, thank you for your membership. Thank you for choosing to give back to education the way you do and supporting our educators. And two, if you would like to refer someone, we do have a referral program right now going on,
Great.
and it's an incentive we offer our members. So contact us. You can also see that referral information. Check your emails, go online. Yes, so hopefully I
Great.
can see you guys soon.
Wonderful. Great. Well, that wraps up another wonderful WCN Live here in the Wilson County News. And we thank you so much, both of you, and for your time to be able to get out of the classroom. We really appreciate you were able to be here
Yeah,
today.
thank you for
And
having me. This
I know
was
how busy
awesome.
you both are, so thank you for joining us. And we look forward to doing this again for our
Yes.
next quarter.
Yes, we'll be
And,
back.
you know,
Another
get those
educator.
nominations in. And remember to watch for us next Wednesday. We will be here again to have another great interview. We'll be here at 10 o'clock next Wednesday. We'll see you then. Thanks. Oh, I forgot something.
Uh-oh.
Okay, and thank you so much. How could I forget our wonderful sponsor, Price Way. Price Way includes the dealerships Price, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep, and Richardson Brothers Chevrolet, both here in Floresville, located on 181. Their dealerships are side by side, and they offer all makes and models, as well as a really huge service department and so much more. And plus, you can shop for careers. So give Price Way, we thank you for your sponsorship. Give them a shout out. They're tagged in this in the description of today's video, and we will see you next week. Thank you.